Hello, my beautiful collective. I am going to be so real with you. We're going to start this off being super transparent and vulnerable with each other. I forget about Lionsgate every year. I forget every single year. And I'm recording this right now, and today's the 7th. Today's the 7th. See, I don't know. Time flies lately. It both has slowed down is what it feels like, but there's been a lot of weird messages about time, so that's not super surprising. It has felt like it is slowed down nearly to a halt, and at the same time it has been stretched so thin that it just feels like we're like zooming. I don't really know what's going on with that. Technically the peak Lionsgate portal is tomorrow on 8/8, and if you guys aren't familiar with that, please take a look on the interwebs. But basically, the 8/8 or Lionsgate portal has emphasis with the star Sirius, and it's supposed to be just like very activating and all that stuff. I don't really follow per se. I feel like sometimes it can be gimmicky, I'm not gonna lie, but I was kindly reminded that there is definitely spiritual significance behind it today, this afternoon, literally like 30 minutes ago. So I got a couple little tiny messages that came through for you guys. Not as much as the last one, just a couple little ones here. And we're just gonna play off of this and see what we can pick up pretty much, okay? So what I have here, the vision that came to me, I was sitting on the couch, just hanging out, trying to just have a moment for myself, gather my thoughts, call my energy back and all that stuff. And I saw a fully black dog. It was giving German Shepherd. I believe Sirius is related to, very specifically, black dogs. So that's why I was like, oh, okay, maybe this is Lionsgate related. Black dog, black eyes, had head tilted down a little bit, but the stare was so just potent. And even though the eyes were completely black, excuse me, some of y'all, this is about opening up. I wanted to say speaking your truth, but that doesn't align with me as I'm saying it. I feel like there's some sort of rebirth, and that falls on you opening up more in a a vocal type of way. There's something to do with the voice here. Yeah, now that I'm saying that, there, as soon as we start, it just kind of starts flowing in. I'm seeing I'm writing it down as I'm doing this. Sorry, I'm not looking at you. I'm seeing a baby being born, and then also taking its first breath there. Taking its first breath, which makes sense. With the throat chakra and all that stuff, the the clearing of the throat, that's what I feel is this isn't a sense of it's a rebirth and it's oh, you're gonna start speaking up for yourself more. It doesn't feel like that. It just feels so much deeper than that. And in addition to those things with the black dog and that stare, it really felt like a I see you, come with me type thing. It felt like it was giving a very guardian vibe, while also being a teacher vibe, someone to, or some energy per se, to guide you, to show you something. It's almost like you beat the main boss in a video game or something, and then you go on, it's almost like there's this bonus level. That's what it feels like to me, I'm not even gonna lie, okay? One of the other things that's in here in these notes was I heard a season of your life. So again, there's a huge rebirth energy here. It's giving very much Lionsgate. I feel with all the themes from the other collective messages, which if you haven't watched those, definitely go take a peek. You might really resonate with them, especially if you're vibing with the whole rebirth thing. There's been a lot of themes of rebirth and death, especially, symbolic or otherwise. Just darker themes of struggle, of pain, of advancing on a soul level, ascension, if you will. But it's I don't want to use these very popular terms, so to speak. I don't want to use ascension and authenticity and speaking your truth. There's something that's so much more this feels rooted in something a lot more like 3D almost, in a way of being like, this seems a lot more real sometimes. And maybe I'm just saying this because maybe you guys feel this way and I just need to like clarify for y'all, and maybe that's why I'm guided to say this. It feels like you guys might be the type of people who watch readings or something of that nature, whether it's on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, whatever, and you're like, yeah, whatever, like it has this fluff to it where you're like, it doesn't really feel rooted in anything. It just feels kind of just like fluffy and like, oh yeah, sure, that'll happen. Like, you know, it just feels like that. It's not really rooted in truth. It's not rooted in something that actually resonates deep within you. It seems like you're not resonating with that like surface level, superficial type of information when it comes to readings, when it comes to anything where someone's channeling, psychic, anything, you know the drill, right? The information that's coming to you feels very like fluffy spiritual, and I feel like you're like, where is the information for people like us? Because I feel that way too sometimes. The people like us, the people like me who have really been through some stuff that has been heavy, dark, deep, painful, okay? And the beauty, the light, the Felix, my black cat, no less, screaming in the background. He's like, I agree. Go off, queen. But that's the feeling that I get, is like, where's my representation for the light workers, call it whatever you want to call it, right? Who are literally here to be teachers for other people, and you feel like you have absolutely gone through hell and back to get to this point, right? It is the light with the dark. That's what I feel like the emphasis is on here, is the, like, sure, you can learn about, which by the way, the title of the last video is You've Been Through Hell and Back. Let's talk about it, literally. So go watch that if you vibe with that. But this is the energy of I've been through so much. And what's going on here, okay? What now? It almost gives a feeling of what else is gonna happen to me? What else is going on? Are we really doing this? Is this gonna happen to me, really? Like, it almost feels like I need a break so badly. But it's like an initiation is more of how I want to word this, which again, it's giving Lionscape, okay? So a season of your life, I feel like, has entered, and it has changed. The seasons have changed. For a lot of you, that season may have very much felt like winter, truly. And I have full body chills as soon as I said that. It's giving winter, just because of the fact that I feel like all of the themes of death, of rebirth, and things of that nature, winter, where things are frozen, they're not growing, they're stagnant, they're dying off, so that way we can rebirth in the spring, right? And funny how I didn't go outward with that. I went like this. So to me, as I'm pointing to myself, everything is a sign, okay, bestie? As I'm doing this, it's giving, oh, the rebirth is happening within. It's not my surroundings, the rebirth is inside of me. Like, things inside me are changing. Again, just reiterating, this is a season, okay? So I feel like y'all are exiting winter season, and we are integrating everything that has happened to you during that what feels like very long winter season. The next thing I was getting was Sirius, like seeing the word Sirius in my mind's eye. So I'm like, Lionsgate portal, okay? And then I also was really guided to use this deck here, which is so random, like Gilded Reverie Lenormand. So any Lenormand is basically like, there are definitions and descriptions within the book, but a lot of this is meant to be used more intuitively. The way the cards are placed and the way that they fall on top of each other and what's on what side of the card is facing this direction. So it's very intuitive. But the cards that I got were, number one, is a scythe, and I'm gonna try to see if I can find it to show you guys. But that's what I was getting first and foremost, was a scythe. So again, it's giving the same thing as like endings, new beginnings, because scythe is where we're removing something, right? It's like taking down what's literally dead, which is, again, giving winter. So let's find that really quickly. There's not that many cards in here. And I was like, oh, we're not going to use this one or whatever. Oh, there it is. And it's number 10, no less, of course, a completion. This is the card here. I was like, oh, we're not going to use this deck or this deck. And they're like, simplicity is key. Simplicity is key. No need to go crazy with this. Simplicity is key. Okay. So I want to read that one. And then there is also, like, I was seeing crops, and I think it has to do with this card. So I might just read that card. And then there's one that I wanted to also take a look at out of curiosity, but I think it is just that card because it's got the crops in it. Whoop. Because I was seeing crops along with the scythe, but the card that I saw in here, I don't think that's what they were saying to me. I'm sorry that I'm using this time to go through it. Where is it? Oh, right here. Oh, and it's number 11, no less. So 10 and 11 for real right now. See what I'm saying? Like, I don't think it's this one. This one is like a whip type situation. That's why I'm like, yeah, I don't think it's this one. I think it's just the crops in the card, and they were probably showing me the card. Okay, number 10. That should be super duper easy to find. And then we're just gonna pull some tarot off of this and like see what we can get here. Yeah, the other one was birch and broom. And I'm like, yeah, that's not what we want. We want the scythe. Okay, so scythe. Here we go. Has a quote in here. It says, to everything. Oh my God. To everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under the sun. And I believe Sirius is like the spiritual sun or something. Like that's like the name of it. It's called like the spiritual sun. I swear to you, like it's something along those lines. Wow. To everything there is a season. Y'all were clear on that message, huh? Okay, so this is what it says. I'll hold it up while I read it to y'all so you can take a look at the imagery here. Be careful, I am swift and sharp. I cut through with precision with a sharp and clear vision. I am an accident, a deep cut, a break, or sometimes a difficult decision that needs to be made. I can bring good harvest or danger. I think that was the crop mentality. The crops I was seeing were just like dead, gone, like dried up, like not producing anything. I can bring good harvest or danger. Look at what I am cutting nearby. It just might be your wage. Oh? Some of you, this might be financial stuff. This item is a simple agricultural tool used to clear away grass and gather the wheat at harvest time. In the world of the Lenormand, it symbolizes a sudden trauma or shock that will take you by surprise. A swift, clear cut will be made. Yikes. So I feel like a lot of you guys, if you are experiencing like death, whether symbolically or real, there is that grief associated with this. I highly encourage you to go watch the other reading. I'll try to put it up in the end card here at the end of the video. It is dangerous too, as it is sharp. We must be careful where this card points, particularly in a grand tableau. The cards next to the blade tip moderate its influence. See, it's more intuitive, making it more or less extreme in its impact. For example, the scythe next to the clover would make the shock less severe. It's almost as if cutting through clover, or luck, would blunt the blade. This symbol can represent a, quote, call to action, particularly when combined with cards such as the Rider. Okay, so we're gonna use this as like the forefront here and get a look, some more info at like what else clearly Spirit and Sirius and dare I say Isis wants to tell us, because this is giving Isis energy and I have full body chills down my whole back as I said that. It's also giving Isis, since Isis also is related to Sirius and Egypt and all that stuff that is, you know, Lionsgate related as well, okay? They're all connected. And Isis is the mother. Oh my God, wow. Okay, so we have an anchor here. That's very interesting. So they're saying like the blade pointed towards whatever this other card is, okay, is supposed to be. But I feel like because the anchor is made out of something so heavy and so strong, that metal, that this scythe does nothing. It does nothing. So I almost feel like if you guys are worried about the way that something is going to affect you and the long-term effects of it, that there's no way. There's just no, it's gonna be okay. Like it really is gonna be fine. It's gonna be okay because you can't. A scythe is meant for harvest, for crops, for wheat, for grass, for, you know what I'm saying? It's agriculture, it's stuff that cuts easily. So to me, it feels like if you are experiencing anything in your life right now that is related to losing something, losing someone, the grief, that pain, right? Is that when the scythe comes through, kind of think about it as the universe to be like, this is no longer serving you. We're talking about something that already has a thin thread. I'm seeing like a line of fate. It's almost like this to me, I see like these karmic connections or connections between people as like these golden lines of thread. It's giving Hercules, if you remember Hercules, where they have the fates cut the like the lifeline, basically, right? They cut the thread. That's like what I usually see when I see like connections between two people, or a connection to anything that is of importance to you in your life. But the way that I'm seeing it is it's like golden thread of fate, and I'm seeing it as it's just like it does not have stability like other ones would have in your life. It doesn't have the stability that it should have. Oh my god, I'm getting this insane pain right here in my back. Wow. So if you guys are holding in some like emotional trauma, if you guys are holding in anything over here, and it's funny because the place that I feel it on this right side, the right side is the masculine, so that could be relevant to you guys. But right where I'm feeling it on my back, I can feel my voice reverberating off of everything inside of me, literally. So this is giving the lungs. And the lungs, in a lot of like traditional Chinese medicine and other cultures and things like that, the lungs definitely represent, it is kind of related to that new breath, right? We were talking about the baby being born and taking its first breath. So they often relate the lungs to being able to let go and release, because they say, oh my god, how did they word it? I was reading this book and they worded it really uniquely. I liked it. Each breath we take, or every new breath that we take, we are forging a new connection with our environment, I believe is the way that they worded it, something like that. I gotta go back and double check that now. But so I really like that a lot, because that's how I feel with this, is that pain that was in my back there, it's like the breath. It's like, it feels like the breath is so important, and taking that new breath in this life. And maybe just for us, this 3D way that we are looking at something, feeling as though we're losing it and we're traumatized and it's painful, it hurts so badly. But I feel like it's important, and some of you might hold your breath when you're upset as well, so be mindful of that we want to inhale, fill up the belly, and then we want to exhale, bring the belly back towards the spine. And by doing that, by purposefully breathing with the belly and not breathing with the chest, we are activating our parasympathetic nervous system, which is going to help us relax. It helps us remove ourselves from our fight or flight, okay? To come back to center, calm the body, tell your body that you're safe. And I feel like that is so important that I'm telling you guys that right now, truly, okay? But the lungs there, I gotta write this down. The lungs, so pain in back, right side, and lungs. But yes, so I feel like this is kind of connected here. This is definitely feeling very connected. I feel like what is happening here is Sirius is coming through. This dog is coming through. Some of you may also have a dog, a new dog, like coming into your life to help you as like a teacher or a guide, or someone even possibly like reincarnated as such, to guide you through. I have chills all just down the right side of my body when I said that. Wow. I'm gonna write that down too. Just write it all down. New dog coming. Chills, right side. I'm also, with the dog situation, hearing something about within, I'm seeing the number 1. Oh my god, too, the Lenormand. the book for all the definitions has a dog on it too. I didn't even realize that. It's a different dog, but still. I'm seeing the number 1 though. I feel like this is long term though. I feel like this has something to do with 1 year, very specifically. Within 1 year. Within 1 year or in about a year, something like that, if you are having this new dog come into your life. Within the next year, I feel like we're aiming more towards the latter end of that. So somewhere probably between the next 10 to 12 months, I would say. Massive chills again when I said that. Wow. Yeah. 10 to 12? 9? Nope, 10 to 12. Yep. Full chills again. Yep. So 10 to 12 months, if you guys resonate with that, or if you were in the process of looking for a dog, or maybe this is just you're not even looking for it, but it comes into your life just randomly, then in the next 10 to 12 months for sure. I'm just trying to tap into that to see if I can get anything else too. But I feel like you guys are getting this dog as some sort of teacher or guide. Like that is not just your dog. That is absolutely like your familiar. Whatever soul is in that dog, they know you. They know you and they have known you, is what I'm hearing. They're sending somebody to you in that dog. Whew, the chills. That one was head to toe. I gotta write this down too. I don't know if it's someone. Hold on a second. Is it someone reincarnated? No. Is this a spiritual guy? They're like, kind of. I get like slight chills on that. The chills are what is directing everything for me because they're just like so aggressive. I'm just like, okay, we're gonna use that. But some sort of teacher or guide is what you're saying? Yes. Okay. Some of you, it could be that it could be someone reincarnated. I don't think so though, based off of what I'm feeling. I feel like they're sending you someone or something specific to guide you. Is the dog just there to guide them in general? No, yeah. Okay, so going back to what I was saying before then, this feels like they're sending you a dog. To help you through something, to teach you something, to guide you through something. Like you have reached a certain point in your life, like this culmination of events where this dog is needed. And this was always like a part of the plan that like, this is your familiar. This is your familiar. That dog is going to be incredibly smart. Incredibly smart. And that's because you're going to look into this dog's eyes and truly be like, I swear there's a person in there. And that's because there is, bestie. There is someone in there. There is another energy in there that is like old soul. This is not just a pet. This is not a pet. They are there to help you as much as you are to take care of them. Like, it's more so, honestly, them taking care of you. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, that's the way this is coming through to me. I just keep hearing something about you earning this. Like, you've earned this. Like, this is not going to break you. I don't know what you're going through, but it's not going to break you. And also, you are not broken. You are not broken. And if you're saying that, stop saying that. Because it's not true. You're telling yourself that. That's not true. I feel like this is a message from someone to someone specific. Like, whether this is a person who's on the other side or it's just coming through me somehow. I don't know. It could be spirit guides. I don't know what it is. But I feel like I'm tapping into something very specifically, and I need to look at you guys, like, directly. Chills down my right side again when I say this. So you guys might have, like, a grandfather in spirit or something that is trying to connect with me and then giving me this to say to you. But I'm going to talk to you guys like I know you personally right now, because that's how it feels as it's coming through to me. You're not broken. You're not broken. There's nothing wrong with you. You were never broken, and this isn't going to break you either. This isn't going to break you. And every time that you say that shit, you make it real. So stop saying it, because it's not true. You're lying to yourself, and you're lying to other people, which isn't necessarily the most important part here. It's just the point is that, like, it's a lie. It's not true. It's not true. You're not broken. There's nothing wrong with you, and this is not going to break you. And I don't care how many times you think to yourself, this is going to break me. It's not going to. That's not true. That's not true. So stop fucking saying it. Stop saying that. That's not true. And I know that what I'm really feeling is resistance behind this before I'm even saying it. And I know a lot of you are not probably going to want to hear this if you're resonating with any of this whatsoever. You are one of the strongest people that I know. You are strong. And I know, as someone who understands, being told that you are strong is infuriating sometimes, and I get that, but I keep getting that here too as well. Like, I can feel your resistance, but I also just keep hearing it. Like, you have to say it anyways, to be like, you are strong. You are one of the strongest people I know. You are incredibly strong. You do not just move through things. You persist, you persevere. There's a difference between letting things happen to you and then persevering through that and absolutely transmuting that into something different, to take what you have and make it into something else. Like, that's what you are doing. You are taking something and transforming it, alchemizing it. You are reshaping it, okay? You are not just letting these things happen to you. Oh, you're the anchor. You're the anchor. That's what this is. You're the anchor. My cat's here too, of course. You are the anchor. Hence why this scythe is going to do nothing to you. How could it possibly when you're the anchor? It doesn't stand a chance. That's why it's like the crops, the environment, the circumstances, those things will leave you because they're not working for you anymore. Their time has come, whether it's people, places, things, jobs, whatever it is. The time for those things to move on is now. They're done. Hence the winter, right? The thread of fate is thin. Cuts easily. It's dry. It's just dry. There's nothing there. There's no life left to it. It's dry. But you are this anchor. You are this anchor. You are absolutely this anchor. And I find it really funny too that there's this book here that came out. It came out in reverse on the other side of this anchor. And what's really making me feel is that there are these almost like, it's like lifelong secrets, like secrets that you do not get without experience. Secrets that are like, it's like this ancient wisdom, ancient knowledge. So for some of you, I feel like you could be leveling up your gifts as well. I kind of want to pull a tarot card here. I feel like you guys are possibly leveling up your gifts as well by going through whatever it is that you've been experiencing, the season of your life that you just exited. That's what I feel like is happening right now. Just shuffle. Okay. Because that book is giving me like ancient knowledge, like I said. And so you have the anchor here, you being the anchor, you anchoring in like some sort of frequency or something like that. It could just be within yourself, not that you're doing something grandiose for the world, but maybe just anchoring in this frequency. Strength, like I said, strength, right? Because I don't view the anchor as something negative. I'm viewing that, because again, intuitive, up for interpretation. I'm viewing the anchor as something that is so much stronger, is so much stronger than this tiny piece of metal, okay? So much stronger. That's what it feels like to me. The anchor feels like you in the situation, and there's no way that scythe, because the scythe being meant to cut things off, to get rid of them, to whatever, there's no way that's happening with you. It's almost like your energy is so much more connected here with water, like fluidity. I don't know what he's trying to do over here. Fluidity and the waters, the skies in here in this card do look like a little bit rough there, but I was like, oh my god, what is he doing? The skies do look a little bit rough here in this like scenery we got going on. So it makes me feel like even in times of turmoil, when things are difficult, when things are like emotionally very difficult for you, you still stand strong as this anchor. And so the fact that this is in reverse here, it makes me feel like these things have been maybe blocked off because you haven't reached this point yet. You haven't reached this point yet. And maybe because you've been through so much, those things needed to be removed from your life in order for you to finally have access to that book. And I'm still gonna pull some more Lenormand, but I just kind of wanted to pull on the anchor situation really quickly and the book together. Like, what's going on with this? What's going on with the book? Like, why couldn't we access this book before? Whoa, my gosh. Thank you. So, first and foremost, we have, wow, 3 of Swords. Wouldn't you freaking know it? Okay, and then we have King of Pentacles over here. So I feel like you've been steady, like stuck in some sort of cycle or system here. Funny that I want to say system, but 3 of Swords is just going to be your typical, it's like, it's heartbreak and it's pain and it's difficulty letting go of the past. The Swords is going to be your mental energy, but the fact that the heart is involved makes me think that it's like the way that you feel in your mind, the way that you are processing things. Like I said, like, stop saying you're broken, because that's not true, okay? Stop saying that you're broken. You're not broken, nothing's wrong with you. That's what this is reminding me of. That's what this is reminding me of. It's almost like when we are too much in our grief, or when we have this perspective of ourselves that it's like, okay, like, you know, this is who I am, like, you're creating that reality. That's not true. Okay, and I feel like King of Pentacles here, you could have been dealing with a King of Pentacles, okay, which could be any of the earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn, but more specifically, this is Taurus, or you could have it in your chart somewhere, okay? And if you have Taurus in your chart somewhere, you're probably pretty stubborn and pretty resistant, I'd say, all right? And then look, also with this 9 of Swords at the bottom, is like, it's the stress, the worry, the not being able to sleep. Because again, it's your thoughts creating your reality. What are you telling yourself? Who do you tell yourself that you are? Okay? So I think that whole thing is saying that, I get this feeling that like the resistance and the stubbornness could be used, it's almost like either for good or evil. And I feel like in this case, it helps you here, but be careful to not sink to the bottom with that anchor, because you'll never be able to open this book if you keep on that path. Who's the King of Pentacles? Who's the King of Pentacles here? The collective. have King of Cups in reverse now as well. Oh, yikes. Oh, yikes, 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 yikes. Whoa, my God. Okay. So, first of all, 3 of Pentacles on the bottom makes me feel like you may have been dealing with a type of person or one person in particular, okay? Take it as it resonates. King of Cups reverse is going to be Scorpio energy, but it could be any of the water signs, Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. And then following this up, oh my God, yes, bestie, yes, yes, yes. Following this up, you also have the Empress in reverse and the Devil in reverse. I feel like someone in particular in your life was cutting you off to access to this. And that could be because, to me, I feel like with the Empress in reverse, like you have the crops too at the bottom, right? Like all the crops there, it's supposed to mean that there's abundance, okay? That there's abundance, it's fertility, it's things are growing, right? It's having opportunities in any way, shape, or form that resonates with you, okay? My thing here is that I am just really getting this sense that your feminine energy or mother energy, something with it is off. You could have some like mother wounds going on with that, okay, with the Empress in reverse there. And the Devil in reverse for me is kind of just, it's almost like, to me, it can be a warning to just take a look, take a closer look at what's going on. As in, if you are telling yourself that you're broken, what are you doing? Creating a reality that you don't want to live in, okay? You're creating this version of yourself that you don't like, that you don't want to be. So when the Empress comes out in reverse, I think it's issues with mother, issues with the mother figure. There could be mother wounding there. Also issues like bringing something to fruition. And the Devil asks us to look at where we are chained, in you know, terms of this card, it is chained technically because they are chained, but where we are metaphorically chained to something. Where are you unwavering, unwilling to change something, unwilling to open up and say, you know what, I am the problem in this type of way, or yeah, I haven't been doing as much, okay? And for others of you, the Devil card here in reverse just makes me feel like, very simply, this is asking you to reevaluate your connection with someone, because they may be the core reason why you cannot get over the hump of one specific issue that is directly correlated to mother or feminine energy, okay? And I feel like with the King of Cups in reverse here, this is someone who is not like they're open, but almost too open is what I'm feeling like. I'm just hearing to be careful about your connections to certain people, okay? Be wary, be really wary about that. King of Cups in reverse is just someone who is either immature in regards to emotions. Maybe they're not emotionally mature. Maybe they're not emotionally intelligent. To me, it's also someone with that scorpionic energy of, maybe I'm not super honest, okay? It feels almost like this is how someone is presenting themselves to be, like they are unbothered maybe while you are hurting, okay? Or maybe you're hurting, take this as it resonates, you're hurting like this on the inside, but you're pretending everything is fine here. Like on the outside, you may look like you have your shit together and you just don't. This is what's going on underneath. And it's like you have to match those things if you want to see changes. Act as such, right? And King of Cups reverse makes me feel like there's this person, if it's another person, who is not very open. It's giving like choppy waters, okay? Who's not so open, or they're open in a way that's not necessarily beneficial. Like it's almost like maybe they're too open to the point where they don't know how to control it, you know, where they're just absorbing everything and anything, and you're involved in that situation. And for others of you, this could be that this is your emotional state, but maybe you're focusing too much on this. And instead, Spirit's like, what's happening inside that you need to fix first? And like I said, Empress, self-explanatory, okay? This is also some Taurus or Libra energy, so you kind of got Taurus showing up here multiple times. And the Devil in reverse, as I said, the Devil in reverse can also be financial issues too. You know, what are you spending money on? Are you too concentrated on like, what's the word I want to use for this? It's oddly giving the sense of like you're too focused on what people think about you in like a 3D or like a social construct. Is money or 3D related things more important? Are material goods more important to you? Is that your focus on what you have and not on who you are? Because that's what I feel like this could all be relating to, right? You are strong. Going back to that, you are strong. Stop telling people that you're broken. Stop telling people that you feel like you're broken. Stop saying the word broken, okay? I need you to stop saying that. And I know it's a little bit of tough love there, but especially with the devil in reverse, I just get this sense of, what do you need to let go of that you're not? What do you need to change that you're not? What do you need to see differently that you're not looking at it that way, okay? And then lo and behold, you have the Ace of Swords here, which is just like, it's truth. And not only is it truth, it's divinely just handed to you. Literally, it's like this Lionsgate portal, I feel like, is trying to open up some truth to you and make you see what's going on, especially with this devil card. And I feel like the Ace of Swords directly relates to this book, to this energy. Can you give me a card here for the devil in reverse? Like what that has to do with? A snake. Are you serious? The serpent? You're not seeing something for what it is. You're really not. I feel like this sense of you're planting the wrong seeds, or if this has to do with a group of you that are connected to someone who is representing that devil energy, also Capricorn with the devil there, that this person you cannot trust this person. And I don't mean it in a sense that they're like even purposefully like manipulating you, but they do have a different motive, is what I feel like, more than anything. They do have a different motive. And I feel like you already know that, though. You felt that. You had this inkling of like, I don't know. This is coming out to say that this is true. You literally have the serpent here. This is like, question what you believe, question what you're seeing, question everything. That's what I just feel like I have to say, question everything. More about this devil energy, please. Like, I feel as if this person is not like malicious towards you, but it's like, I feel like they do know how to kind of twist things to get what they want, okay? And I feel like they are someone who is like, it just gives me the sense of like, you're not dumb, you know what you're doing. And polar bear over here, I don't think I've ever gotten before in a reading, I'm not gonna lie. I kind of gotta read that one. This is the snake and this is the polar bear. This is what they look like in regards to the devil energy, okay? I kind of want to read this one. I've never gotten this one before, so I'm very curious. Oh, it's just called the bear. It's definitely a polar bear, but like whatever. It says, I am power and strength, health and protection. Your finance is my field. And I was just saying with the devil card, finances can be involved here. Your food is my concern. My bad side comes out when you see negative cards around. Right there with the snake. The polar bear is a fitting symbol of the indomitable dignity signified by this card, whether it be read as an authority figure, a protective mother, or purely as strength. And we have all these different things about the mother, right? Especially Isis too, that came up earlier. The polar bear is the most powerful of all the species. Furthermore, its color is symbolic of the pure spirit that it embodies. Oh, so this could be you. This could be you guys. The bear can relate to a person who is in a position of power in the business world. The bear can also be matriarchal, mother energy. In China, the polar bear is known to represent Russia. The bear may also be a symbol of officialdom and brute force. This card could be telling us to push something through sheer force. An interesting combination would be the bear and the flowers, an iron fist and a velvet glove, for example. Ooh, interesting. So I need another card on this, bestie. I need another card on this. If we're clarifying that devil energy, like again, this could be you because of the fact that the bear is moving away from the snake. It makes me feel as though you guys are well aware of what's happening. It makes me feel like you guys are well aware of what's happening. You're trying to swim in the other direction because it's almost like, that's not me. That's not me. That's my vibe. And as I'm saying that, I'm getting this like feeling like of, I don't know, your people coming through or what, just spirit team, just being like, yes. Like that's like, go that way. Yes, like you hear me. Yes. Oh my God, keep going that way. That's what I feel like is happening here with this polar bear. And then like, what is this polar bear moving towards then? Because it makes me feel like that is you then, because it's like, I'm moving away from the snake. The snake turning towards the bear, right? The way that it's shifted, like going this way, and then the bear going that way as well, okay? Oh my God, 100%. If you guys do have a specific like mother energy, grandmother or mother on the other side, or if it's just like more feminine, like spirit team or whatever, I feel like they are definitely coming through as well here with all the mother references that we've had. My phone is like, you're on low battery. I'm like, I know, bestie. Where are we headed with the polar bear? What are we moving towards? Oh, this is like soul fam and better community for me because it's the birdhouse here. Look at that. And the birdhouse has many different variations, but to me, this makes me feel like so much more peaceful, and your soul fam, your community. Like, I feel like you're like, that's not my people. No. That's not my people. Tell me more about the snake. Whoa. Yeah, the boat. So it's like we're moving away from that. You're moving away from this person or the like themes of this one type of person maybe that's in your life. For a lot of you, I feel like it is one particular person and they're like, we are trying to help you move past this. Oh my God, yeah, absolutely the F not, my guy. No way. Look at this. You have the dice on the bottom, okay? The dice to me, it's like, it's a gamble. It's a gamble. The fact that it's in reverse is like, this is a gamble you don't want to take, okay? And it's like, you know this, you know this. I feel like you've been knowing this, okay? This isn't news, this is not news. But look at this, you have the boat that came up in reverse, okay? Here, and it makes me feel like it's like, yeah, we're not going that way. We're not doing that, girlfriend. No, we're not, okay? We are not doing that, absolutely not. The fact that it's in reverse for me, it's giving like the 8 of Wands in reverse, which is like stop, no movement, delays. And I know Mercury is in retrograde right now, so that could also count into this too. I feel like maybe this dog that we were referencing earlier as well is a teacher and a guide to you to help you through what is to come, like some sort of separation or moving through something. That's just like what I really am feeling here. And it's also just a guide in general to be there, to be like, whether it's like, I feel like it's either like telepathically or just energetically, you're connecting soul to soul with whomever or whatever is in this dog, but they're helping you remember, go this way, go that way, go the other direction, go the other direction, go the other direction. Because then over here, what are we moving away from? The man. The man. It came in reverse too, and I think that's important, but I want to show you first and foremost that this man has a rose. So it's like this person knows what they're doing and they're so fucking aware, it's not even funny. Excuse my French. They're aware. It's not even funny. They are very aware of what they're doing, and again, it may not be malicious, but it's not good for you either, okay? And the fact that this came out in reverse is exactly that. Is you being like, no ma'am, no ma'am, no ma'am. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. No ma'am. Look at this. Nope, no ma'am. And that came out with a snake. I just feel like you guys, again, you're headed in the right direction. Yeah, look at this. I wanted to pull a card for the birds over here, and instead I got this. Look at this, the bridge. Bridging a gap. This is what I feel like is happening. Bridging a gap. I'm kind of curious really quickly what's going on again with this like secret knowledge situation with this book. I kind of want more on that. Can you tell me about the book? What's in the book? Okay, I don't know what this one is actually, but it's cute. Super cute. Oh my God, the sun on the bottom? Stop it right now. The sun on the bottom with the child, which is like healing your inner child. I cannot even make it up if I tried, guys. Look at this. Also, there's a mirrored number here too. So 1331 or 3113, you might be seeing either of those, or you could see them mirrored as well. But look at that, the house, the sun, it's like you're healing your inner child, and that could be what's going on in this book, is like there's a lot of inner child healing going on, and maybe that has been blocked off to you because of the situation that you're in with this person, because of past situations. And if the situation that we're referencing as to whatever you're going through right now, if that has to do with this specific person that we're tapping into, then again, I feel like that's the block, okay? Whatever the situation is for you right now that you are going through that is actively upsetting you, hurting you, bothering you, the grief or anything like that that you are feeling, the not being able to let go of something that we kept referencing earlier. Look at this. It's like home, son, child, home and family. This is like something I feel like very specifically with your inner child or within your family, especially because we have a lot of feminine matriarch, like mother references. Something really could be healing within your family as well, which is directly correlating to inner child healing for you. Okay, I kind of want to read that like house situation or whatever that is. I don't know what that is. I don't go through my decks beforehand because I'm just like chaotic and I just like wait for them to come out and then I read them to you. So it's called the house. I am your family and your base, your ground and your home. I give you stability and comfort. I am your living arrangement and environment. I am what surrounds you and your estate. Some of you, because we're talking about this, what surrounds you, and this is a child, some of you, there is a child coming into your life as well. So for those of you who are trying to get pregnant, this, I'm feeling for some small percentage of you, I'm hearing for like 5 people or so specifically, this is about you trying to get pregnant, and that absolutely is happening. So be mindful of that. I feel like that's coming soon too, within the next year as well. And for those of you otherwise, I am also feeling like some of you could become like aunts or uncles or something as well. So it could be like a niece or a nephew. Oh, I got full chills on that one. So for a lot of you, it's probably going to be a niece or a nephew, but then for like 5 of you or so, there is you trying to get pregnant and having a child is coming to fruition as well, okay? Within the next year. Okay. I am what surrounds you and your estate. The cards around me will give you signs on my present state or what the future will dictate. Happiness, health, vitality, family, inner child healing, as well as actual children here, okay? A sanctuary is to be found in the house, showing us family and home. The sanctuary that offers us shelter from the world. In the Gilded Reverie, we have the house depicted in such a way as to entice us home again to the nostalgic place of childhood fairy tales. So, giving inner child, right? The house is built of gnarled roots, suggesting a place of permanent fixture and security. The open garden gate speaks of an opening being made available. Oh, I love that. The house can be one of the most interesting ways to date a Lenormand deck, as each deck tends to either hark back to the past or choose a contemporary building to be depicted. Some decks have very utilitarian buildings on them, others show a more aspirational mansion house. However it is depicted, it represents what we think of as our home, our dwelling, and our security. I love that. It's giving, again, very childhood healing for me. So a lot of what's going on with this book that we talked about, the ancient knowledge, the secrets and things coming out, that this is like helping you open up with all this energy. Look at that inner child healing. You just can't make it up. It's beautiful. It's flippin' beautiful. I'm obsessed with it, okay? I love that so flippin' much. I cannot get over it. So I am gonna just leave it there, I think. I'm like tempted to pull more cards, but I'm like, no, I'm gonna leave it because that's a beautiful place to stop. So I love you guys. Happy Lionsgate. If you enjoyed this, give me a like, throw a comment down there, share with your besties, let a girl know. I love hearing about it. And if you haven't already subscribe and come back for more collective readings. I love you so much. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Wishing you a wonderful Lionsgate. I'll see you guys so soon. Bye.